This tech solution is about POS. POS simply means a point of sale system. A point of sale system is simply a means that allows you to accept payment. Payment come in different forms: cash payment, credit card payment, debit card payment, EBT card payment, check payment, over the phone payment, or online payment. The components of a POS system consist of the equipment, the software, the merchant account, the gateway account, and the business account. The equipment consists of a variety of different things. Which one you get will depend on what your needs are. The PIN pad allows you to accept both debit card and credit card payment. It allows the debit card payer to input their PIN into the pad. Credit card terminal allow you to swipe the credit card. This is only for credit card payments. We have the cash drawer that allow you to accept and store cash payment until you're ready to deposit it into the bank. Then we have the monitor, the computer, the mouse, the keyboard, a scanner if you have items that are barcoded that you can process very quickly simply by scanning it, and a printer that allows you to print out a receipt and give it to your customers. This is what a complete POS system looks like. If you've gone into a retail store, you've seen one of these. The POS software is specific to the type of business that you're in. It can be web-based or installed on your company's computer. So if you're in a retail, a restaurant, if you have a mobile business, e-commerce, mail order, telephone order, or hotel, lodging, you have to look for software that is specific to your type of business. The merchant account, this is a temporary account that is under the control of the merchant account service provider that holds funds during the transaction process. Once the transaction is finalized, the money is transferred from this account to your bank account. Merchant account service providers usually also provide access to gateway services. So these are some of the top service providers that are out there. This particular slide will be available for you to download. Then there's the gateway account. And these are the most popular gateway account providers that are out there. Business banking account. This is your bank account where the payment will be transferred to from the merchant account as the final act in a credit card payment system. So this basically is how you will get paid. Do you need a point of sale system? Well, if you're involved in a business transaction that requires the processing of payment, then you do. Also, you should consider that more than 40% of all sales transactions in the U.S. are made by other than a cash method. So give your business the opportunity to accept all forms of payment from over 450 million credit card holders in the U.S. and increase your sales. So how does this work? Well, let's take a look. You have a customer that comes into your store to purchase an item. They give you the credit card. You swipe the credit card. That initiates the payment process. It goes through the gateway to the merchant bank's processor and makes its way to the customer's credit card issuer, who then approve or disapprove. That information flows back through the interchange system back to you, the merchant. Once you get the approval, then you go ahead and you give the customer the item, provide them with a receipt, and then within 2 to 3 business days, the money is transferred into your bank account. So it's a simple process, runs in the background. All of this is hidden from you. So let's take a look at the steps required to get a point of sale system. The first step is determine the type of business that you're in. Again, whether you're in a retail, a restaurant, a mobile e-commerce, mail order, hotel lodging, whatever your business is, that's the first step. Step 2, determine your inventory tracking needs. If it's the type of business where you need to know what's in your inventory at any given time so that you can replenish them in time to keep up with demands, then you may want your POS system to integrate with your inventory tracking system. Step 3, determine if you need QuickBooks integration. QuickBooks is a popular small business software. Many businesses use QuickBooks to manage inventory and track expenses. You may be currently using QuickBooks and want to integrate your point of sale system into QuickBooks. Step 4, determine what type of cards you want to accept. Credit card, debit card, EBT card, gift cards, etc. You want to accept as wide a range of credit cards as possible. This gives your customers the maximum range to make payments, and it gives you the opportunity to make more sales. So be sure to ask about specific credit cards such as Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express. There may be specific requirements to accept certain cards such as American Express and Electronic Benefits Transfer or EBT cards. Step 5. Determine the number of locations where you want a point-of-sale system. The same merchant account can be used for multiple locations on multiple checkout points in the same location. However, some service providers place limits on the number of locations you can have. Step 6. Determine whether or not you will accept payment over the phone. If you have the type of business where you accept payment over the phone, you must notify your service provider. This type of transaction where someone calls you over the phone and give you their credit card information requires a special merchant account. Step 7. Determine if you want check processing capability. Even though most payments are made via credit card, some people will still pay by check. If you want to be able to accept check in addition to credit cards, you will need a system that can process checks. A check processing system converts paper check into electronic transaction at the point of sale. There are single devices that can process credit cards as well as checks. Step 8. Determine if you want to provide a receipt in hard copy or electronically. Do you want to be able to provide your customers a printed receipt at the time they make the purchase? Do your customers prefer to have their receipts mailed to them electronically? Step 9. Identify the type of connectivity you have: IP, dial-up, or wireless. How will you connect to the service provider's network to process transactions? There are several choices. By IP, a network connection coming into your location such as DSL, cable, T1, etc. A dial-up. This is the same type of telephone line used by fax machines. Wireless. The service of a wireless provider such as Sprint, Verizon, AT&T Mobile, etc. Step 10. Establish your bank account. Set up your business bank account with a local bank. Step 11. Purchase the equipment. It's highly recommended that you purchase a complete package from the same source when possible. The advantage of doing this is as follows: a single source of technical support. It's normally cheaper, less time to have your point of sale system set up and in place. Step 12. Purchase the software. If the software does not come as a bundle package, you will have to obtain it separately. Purchase a software that is specific to your type of business. It's highly recommended that you purchase the software along with the equipment where possible. Step 13. Establish the merchant and gateway accounts. Many sources that provide equipment also provide the merchant and gateway accounts. Many sources that provide merchant account service also provide access to a gateway service. A credit check is required. Poor credit rating will result in higher fees. How does a merchant account work? It's separate from your business bank account. The merchant account service provider will charge you fees. These fees consist of a straight fee per transaction, which range from 10 to 19 cents, a percentage fee per transaction, which range from 1 to 2.79%, a monthly fee, which range from $10 to $15, an annual fee that goes as high as $59.95, and a setup fee that range from $10 to $99. You can avoid most of those fees, but the fees that you will end up paying are the straight per transaction fee, a percentage per transaction fee, and a monthly fee. Normally, deposit payment into your bank account takes place within 2 to 3 business days. So in summary, these are the steps you need to follow in order to set up your point of sale system. Step 1, determine the type of business. Step 2, determine inventory tracking needs. Step 3, determine if you need QuickBooks integration. Step 4, determine what type of cards do you want to accept: credit card, debit card, EBT, gift card. Step 5, determine the number of locations. Step 6, determine whether or not you will accept payment over the phone. Step 7, determine if you want check processing capability. Step 8, determine if you want to provide a receipt in hard copy or electronically. Step 9, identify the type of connectivity you have: IP, dial-up, or wireless. Step 10, set up your business bank account. Step 11, purchase the equipment. Step 12, purchase the software. Step 13, establish the merchant and gateway accounts. Some buying tips. Buy a complete system from a single vendor: the hardware, the software, the merchant accounts, gateway account, where possible. Don't buy from companies that don't place detailed information on their websites. They are trying to hide fees. They don't want to put that out there. Avoid them. Third tip, avoid merchants with complicated pricing schemes. Step Buying tip number 4, avoid merchant accounts with payment processing fees above 2.79%. Buying tip number 5, avoid merchant accounts with monthly fees higher than $10. Also see our tech solutions on the following: retail point of sale system, restaurant point of sale system, mobile point of sale system, e-commerce point of sale system, mail order point of sale system, hotel and lodging. So see specific videos on these. That brings us to the end.